So who can learn SAP FICO and who can become SAP FICO consultant? That's what I'm going to cover here. So if you are the one who was working into the finance operations, right? If you are the one who are working as accountant, controller, asset accounting, accounts payable, account receivable, even you are not using SAP and you want to become SAP consultant, then you are the right audience for this training. You can learn this concepts irrespective of your education background. If you are already into this area, you can learn SAP FICO. And I will also speak about the future of SAP FICO module is quite bright because we consider SAP FICO module as one of the evergreen modules, because any company who implement SAP, whether they need to do MMSD, they cannot do these modules, any modules, MMSD, manufacturing, without FICO module. But they can run their business with FICO without having those MMSD modules. They can run with AP, they can run with AR, and later on they can introduce these modules. But without FICO, no other module can work. That's why each and every implementation FICO is there, and that's why there are so much of requirement is there for SAP FICO consultant. So it's kind of an evergreen module. So if you are into the finance operation, you are the right one to go ahead with this training. If you are the fresher with the finance team, if you're from the commerce background, you have done your MBA in finance, you have done your master's or bachelor's in commerce, okay, you know the general ledger accountings, how it works, then this is one of the good training you can add in. Many of the colleges, we are also associated with some of the MBA colleges. They are including these trainings. They are including SAP FICO as a subject, okay, in one of their semester, and they are training people. Because what is going to happen after you have completed your MBA or after you have completed your graduation, what do you look forward? You look forward to work with Fortune 500 companies, right? If you look forward for this working with the smaller companies, then you should learn Tele. But if you look forward to work with the middle tier company or the top tier companies, the Fortune 500 companies, most of the companies, 90% of the companies, they have SAP. When they have SAP, even they need accounts payable clerk, even they need a asset accounting clerk, even if they need a controlling clerk, right? It's an operation job, but they prefer the people who already know SAP. Because you remember that 20 years ago when you was giving, even now also when you go for the interview, it is expected the guy should be knowing how to operate the computer, the guy should be knowing how to do the Excel, PowerPoints, Microsoft Office tool. He should be knowing it. It is for granted, right? The similar kind of things now future, the anyone who is in the commerce background is going into the multinational companies, it would be taken as a for granted that you should know the SAP, how to operate SAP, how to do the transaction SAP, how the business process can run in SAP. You must know. So for freshers also, this can be a very good training which you can add in, and with that, you would be able to go for the all the multinational companies who have already implemented SAP FICO. Freshers can go with the two kind of roles. Okay, they can become end users after becoming this training, or they can also become consultants. I recommend if you have a 0 years of experience after this training, try first 2-3 years as an end user. Try to understand more how business works, and then you would be able to justify the consultant roles. But they are very smart people from the MBA colleges with very good communications. They have worked with us, and after having a 0 years experience, they also become consultants. But you need to work a little deeper. You need to have a very good hand on to the business processes. If you already know one of the module, SD, MM, PP, any one module you want to know, and you want to grow into the area of a solution architect, then learn SAP FICO. By learning SAP FICO for a solution architect does not mean that he will become a FICO consultant. But solution architect need to sit into a lot of cross-functional discussions. You need to sit for a discussion where basically the finance people are also there. They are talking about credit, debits, entries, and the cost center and the general ledger accounting. And it should not happen as a solution architect. It is bounced away from your head. You should be able to know a very good integration with the different modules with FICO. And you should also be able to understand all the terminology, so that you would be able to part of the discussion, you would be able to drive the discussion, and you would be able to include other consultant to take them to the final solution. So for solution architect, if you want to become, FICO is a very good module to add on. If you have already trained on another modules, you can add FICO, multiple modules. If you have in your bucket, the chances of getting a good opportunities and good jobs are always better.